right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to the broadcast here, the SkinCoin WCA, coming at you as today we start to enter into the main event portion here of the European qualifiers at the end of this week and a half, pretty much about a week here from today, a week and a half. Anyways, we will find out which two teams are going to the main event land here for the SkinCoin WCA, and also how the prize pool is going to split up, what is just over $50,000 prize pool here for this specific portion of the tournament. So really looking forward to having some fun with you guys today. Once again, we have three best of threes lined up for today. Originally, it was only supposed to be two, but again, things have been kind of getting pushed back, and as a result, we got this kickoff match to start off today of what is the quote-unquote finals of the European regional qualifiers. So we need to find out one more team, essentially, that's going to join the other 7 teams to then compete for what I was talking about right there. So, again, hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that kind of breaks it down for you. Essentially, this is an elimination match to get into the group stages of the next round of the tournament. So again, I'm BreakyCPK, going to be your caster for today. Going to be doing the solo cast, at least for this first game. I do plan to have a co-caster later on. Again, with this match kind of just coming up last minute notice, I wasn't able to find one, at least for the game number 1 here. Anyways, the game ahead of us here, Tuho versus SFTe-sports. Two, of course, very solid teams going at it here. I'm not surprised to see these teams in this final matchup of these European regional qualifiers, but I am expecting a good best of 3. I gotta say though, and you know, whether it's for right or wrong, I do like to do this. I like to make a point, because I know there's just so many teams out there, and it's just so many regions to cover, and not everyone is you know, has the ins and outs. There's just so much Dota going on. I will say I lean towards SFTe-sports in this series, mainly because this is a team that's actually showing some great success on the European scene in multiple events, including they got to the finals of the ESL major qualifiers. They were on the verge of going to the first major of the season before being knocked out by what is Team Secret in a 3-0 series there. So, yes, they lost 3-0 in the end of the finals, but they had to defeat several good teams along the way, including, of course, the notorious OG squad, which they took out 2-0 even. But this is a team I happened to cast out a couple of times from event to event. So looking forward to seeing how they perform here. Tuho on the other side, obviously I am very familiar with. Several players on the team come from my Han background, even more recently in SFTe-sports, but you got a great solid team all around with Garter, Koikfa, and of course Demon, their latest player to join the roster and to start the season right here and taking over the captain duty roles. I'm rambling on. One thing to do real quickly before we get into the draft, as I mentioned, this is the SkinCoin WCA. If you type !SkinCoin in chat, it'll give you a giveaway information that we're currently running, as well as if you go to skincoin.org. It's the latest cryptocurrency in the esports world, where you can actually trade in for your favorite skins of both Dota 2, of course, as well as CSGO. All right, we got a draft to talk about, though, so let's start talking about what the hell we see right here. Lich, Nyx Assassin, Faceless Void on the side of SFTe-sports. Ancient Apparition is still there, but again, they already have the Lich, so yeah, definitely not going to be seeing the AA coming out. That's just kind of the first thing that stood out to me as we're looking at the picks at this point. But they need to figure out their 4th pick, because they're going up against a Drow lineup on the side of Team Tuho. We've said that before. Drow lineup for Team Tuho, this is something that they run actually quite often when it comes to their strategy. It's one of their more go-to kind of build-around lineups, I feel like. They're going to be running it with the Viper on top of that, so their right-click, their push, is going to be pretty ridiculous coming out right here. They got a Coddle and a Sand King to start it off, by the way. Sand King, another very popular hero for them. Sand King has kind of died off in general as a go-to for support option for a lot of teams, but Tuho does like to run it still. Insania, the one that usually ends up playing it. Very intrigued by the Coddle, however. That is not one we get to see often nowadays in that support role, let alone as a first pick Coddle. Lich was technically the overall first pick, but as you can see, again, then it went to Tuho right here with Coddle and Sand King. I wonder if they're planning to run like a Coddle Sand King off lane. There probably is something like that. You allow Drow to solo, you allow Viper to solo, and maybe get Well, what else will they need, though? They would need another roamer at that point. That would be more setting up for the Sand King offlane. Get that earlier on Blink Dagger. And then perhaps just another aggressive roamer to finish off right here. Or they could instead go a true offlane hero themselves with their options of what they're working with. But
10 seconds remaining.
this is a we want to win earlier on in this game lineup, as drow lineups tend to be, no doubt. So their AoE damage is pretty good. It's more on the supporting cast, though. Of course, specifically the Sand King, and then Caught with the Illuminate. Viper and Drow are going to be all about that single target. I bring that up because Chaos Knight picked up by the 4th pick spot of SFTe-sports right here. And that's one that is with that Phantasm popped. I mean, he'll just pull you in with the Reality Rift and just drop you very, very quickly. Wow.
Enchantress.
That was a snap pick by Demon right there. Holy crap. So they go Jakiro final pick. Interesting. Jakiro now, what he brings to the table is a fair amount of counter push, of course, and I think that's one of the ultimate goals that they're trying to get out of this Jakiro right here. On top of the synergy with the Faceless Void, he put down that Macro Plier and the Ice Path, especially even after the Chronosphere's finishing, etc. He is a very good hero for assisting in that purpose, and we've talked about this with Jakiro as well. How this hero is a great diverse hero. He's one that you can see in the support role. He's one that you can see in the mid role, in the offlane role. Really kind of safe lane is maybe the only one you wouldn't expect to see him. And he is going to be played by Nikwa here. So it looks like he's setting up to be the offlane Nikwa, typically their offlane player on the side of SFTe-sports. So very intriguing final pick, though. It's one of those, this hero just kind of works with their mentality. He's not necessarily your typical offlaner, but because of the idea of what he brings to the table, when it comes to that counter push, I think especially is what they're looking for here. So that on top of the attack speed slow with the liquid fire is no doubt good against heroes like Viper and Drow Ranger. So definitely multiple reasons why that is actually going to prove to be a good pick in my opinion. All right, we are going in though. Enchantress again, the final pick. That was that was something that Demon had in mind clearly. For a while in this draft to see, like, he literally snap picked it right after Jakiro. He didn't even think twice about it. He's like, I don't care who you guys have. We are going to go Jakiro here. One thing I am noticing off the bat real quickly, we do have a stand-in here for SFTe-sports. Peksu is normally their support player. Looks like a player by the name of Pelican is currently stepping in. Again, I assume it just truly is a stand-in. Never like to jump to conclusions with anything like that. Again, this has actually overall been a successful team considering their situation too. So I highly doubt they're making roster changes at this point in the season. In fact, Peksu was just playing for them. When did we cast him? I want to say a couple days ago, maybe yesterday when that happened. So, but Pelican, I know I recognize that name as well. I've seen him around a little bit. He is playing for SFTe-sports right here. It is still such a talk show. Oh, that's correct. The game category is still set to talk to. I switched it to Dota 2 here. I didn't realize it was set to that. Yeah, I guess they had that on because they were doing a podcast late last night on the BTS channel. Appreciate you guys letting me know. I was wondering what people were mentioning. I saw multiple people talk about that. Anyways, all right, into the game now. So we got Nyx Assassin here getting down some defensive ward. Going to be pinged out by himself. I don't think that was seen by the Dire side. Dire getting a very aggressive ward here. That's more for the camp block at this bottom lane. But yeah, this is what we're talking about. They are going to be going an aggressive tool lane. And so yeah, the Enchantress final pick is more Demons. Wait, Demons playing it. Oh, that makes sense, I guess. Insania's on the Coddle. Demon's going to be playing a jungle Enchantress, a jungle/roaming Enchantress right here in this game. Enchantress is a hero we're actually seeing a little bit throughout the SkinCoin event specifically. Very interesting. Like there's in the CIS region, we were talking about this yesterday. Enchantress is even a top ban-worthy hero for some of these teams apparently. So it really is something to kind of see a hero like Enchantress go from just never being recognized in what I've been casting as a lot of the NA region to being like a top-tier pick/ban in the CIS region especially. So just an intriguing observation. This is a good way to put it. So the lanes coming about, though, they decided to have Faceless Void down here at the bottom lane does SFT. Topson playing it, by the way. He's usually their go-to mid player here. But he's going to be on the Faceless Void. Illidan on the Chaos Knight. He ends up in the middle lane, paired up with the Lich here. They match him up against Viper. Did not want to have Faceless Void in that Viper matchup. And also the idea that he probably is going to be a little safer of an option at that bottom lane. How about this top lane, by the way? Look at Enchantress zoning out the Jakiro right here. Has another Hadouken coming out, a.k.a. Shockwave. And actually, Nikwa, wow, Nikwa taking a lot of damage here. He's going to be fine now. STST is also taking a lot of damage. Another Hadouken. Oh, he dodges it. If he does not dodge it, he is dead. He's going to send the Satyr in. No. And actually, the Satyr's going to die right here. Yeah, he went a little bit too deep with it. It doesn't have died to the tower, but very aggressive play coming out from the Enchantress at that top lane. So far, Tuho seems to have a pretty good grip on the laning phase. The middle lane, I assume, is being won here by Chaos Knight, and sure enough, looks to be the case. Bounty Rune's going to be spawning. And Nyx Assassin picking it up right there.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Demon picking up his own. These bottom ones, though, showing no interest. Oh, middle lane, Mickey pops a Fairy Fire. He has a level 1 corrosive skin. It's not going to be enough, though. First blood coming out. Illidan in return, though. The tower hits him again, but the armor, no, it's not going to save him. Too little life, and Mickey does get the turn kill in the long run. So first blood, at least. First blood bounty coming out for SFTe-sports right there. And so Chaos Knight overall definitely getting the better of it, but a little bit of a positive for Mickey right there as the tower able to assist him. Lich couldn't take aggro off the tower either, unfortunately. And so Chaos Knight ports back in, though. Gets the armor applied. Going to continue the laning phase here. Lich constantly applying that armor. He does go the 1-1-1 build. I'm actually curious if he starts to level up the armor more. The armor in this game is going to be very powerful, mainly because of the push potential, the objective potential of the Stroud lineup. Also, it's just so much physical damage, right? Between the 3 cores especially when it comes to these right clicks. So definitely something, I mean, I guess Impetus technically is pure damage, but again, especially for building, hitting, the armor is going to be a valuable tool. We do see Faceless Void. Okay, I was checking to see if he had the time walking. He did, so he's fine. Top lane, somebody's tying up here. Nikwa may get the turn kill on the Demon. Yes, he does. A Liquid Fire doing work. He has another Liquid Fire right here. In fact, Drow Ranger's now in trouble. Oh, man, Nikwa just showing up on Jakiro. He is going to die, though. Garter barely does enough damage for the kill himself. Nyx Assassin could not commit. He was a little bit too life right there, so. He falls back. Garter will survive and pops a salve on top of that. He actually has a magic wand now. Oh, but the charge is adding up against what Jakiro's doing. So 1-for-1 exchange at that top lane. Hadouken. Hadouken. All right, I'm going to pronounce it like that every time now, guys. Every time I see that ability, I'm going to go, Hadouken.
Dead ringers.
I'm going to say it exactly like that. Quick fun. Taking some hits. Burrow Strike's not up for another 3 seconds, but he does eventually juke in the trees, and he's going to be fine. Nope, is Burrow Strike going to miss right there, though? How's his farm doing? 23-3. He is doing very well. Kind of expect that, but again, Thompson's managing. He's staying alive, and he's 14-6. That's, I think, just about what you can ask for of a Faceless Void who's going up with this very aggressive Coddle Sand King lane. Mickey is having to keep his distance here in the middle lane. He is maxing out that corrosive skin, so he is going to be a little bit more bulkier in this game. Lich, what is he doing? He's got the 2 points in sacrifice right now. Reality Rift pulling on to Mickey. Mickey's like, all right, I'll get closer to Pelican. Not going to be nearly enough damage, though. And again, obviously, Lich isn't assisting with the most damage either. Oh, bottom lane maybe. Thompson, he's just trying to prevent them from cutting the creep wave, but there's only so much he can do there. And that's not going to be a successful goal coming out. Demon, he's probably dead. Yeah, he found them at the shrine. I don't think that was the intention. They didn't have any vision up here. He kind of just walked up and sure enough saw that they were there and eventually dies because of it. So nice job by the Radiant supports here. Thompson bottom lane. He has another time walk in 5 seconds. Also has some stick charges. Burrow Strike. It does connect. Illuminate. Is it enough? Yes, it is. Great timing coming out right there. Thompson just simply could not get his time walk off, nor the stick charges. Very good combo coming out at that bottom lane. Well played. As it almost seems like Enchantress just throwing creeps up at the top. Every time I come up here, I feel like I see just a creep pushing up the lane into the heroes' faces. Doing some damage, but...
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Let's keep it on the CS for now. Rotation to the mid lane. Enchantress has Enchant up in a couple of seconds. Doesn't currently have any creeps with him. He's just going to run into Lich right there and put in some auto attacks. But Lich is already level 5 even. He is maxing out the sacrifice. He's got level 3 in it, so he's not too concerned about leveling up that armor just yet. I definitely assume he's getting that over the Frost Blast. I cannot see him going Frost Blast over the armor in this game. Again, the armor's getting so much value when it comes down to what it's doing here, so definitely think that's going to be coming out. Nyx Assassin, this is just an invis room, by the way. He doesn't have Vendetta yet. But he is going to open the Enchantress Satyr, doing what he can to assist right here. The Hadouken comes out, but it's not enough. Viper goes down. STST limping away, and he will be fine. No rune or anything to pick up, but Demon actually, he came in at last minute. He was coming in the flank, it looked like, to try to maybe take out Lich, and he ends up going down. I don't know if that was mismicromanagement or what, but that seemed very odd for him to be in that position in the first place. Gonna pop the Shrine on Team Tuho's side at the bottom. But the tower push is successful. Again, the Drow Aura kicking in. It's level 2 here. That's something to definitely take into consideration in this laning phase. And speaking of that, Viper, he is 35 and 15 and very close to the Chaos Knight, 36 and 11. In fact, they're pretty much neck and neck here. So a mix of the Drow Aura and also just Viper. Obviously a strong laner, even despite it being 1v2 with the Lich. Garter, he's dead. I was going to say maybe he can get himself denied, but Viper's running in. Can he maybe... Oh, he could have possibly denied it, but he wants to get the kill. It's not going to be enough, though. Nikwa making the right decision to TP out right there. So Garter tried to run back in because Mickey was roaming around with that haste rune to set up the turn kill, but unfortunately did not work out for them. And now Qualifier bottom lane. He tries to Burrow Strike back in. That would have been a kill right there. Thompson going in, though, with the Time Walk now instead. And Qualifier, well, he'll be fine, but a lot of back and forth here at the bottom. Oh, they're going in. The Chain Frost coming out. Down goes Sanking. It bounces over to Enchantress, who just happened to come over. The Creeps assisting with the bounces as well. And it's a triple kill for Pelican. Oh, no. That was the worst case rotation. I don't even think Pelican necessarily knew Enchantress was coming. It just happened to be perfect timing to not only get the kill on Sand King, but the bounces worked out. They kill the creeps. Well, I guess they didn't kill the creeps, but they got the heroes, and that, of course, what matters. Oh, jeez. That was a huge ultimate from Pelican there. So a 9-3 lead for SFTe-sports. Switching over to that net worth now, and not too surprising to see Chaos Knight leading the net worth chart. Currently smoked up here, curious. Oh, just going in the middle and says, I don't want to be smoked anymore. I'm going to continue to farm. Bottom lane Thompson, he's fine. It is just the Sand King. Top lane, what is this about? They're diving on a Garter again. Nyx Jakiro has really proven to do a lot of work up here. And I gotta say, for a last pick Enchantress, the impact seems very minimal right now. He's 0-4-1. And usually when you last pick a hero, especially as confidently as they do, you're expecting it to perform pretty well here. It's not performing well, is safe to say. He's now 0-5-1 in this early laning phase. So Demon having a bit of a struggle, whatever the idea was with the hero. Definitely not coming to fruition. And again, with this Drow lineup especially, it's the fact that Tuho is behind like they are right now is not good news. Not good news. Chaos Knight, he's almost got an armlet. SFTe-sports playing it very well. And I think their laning phase decision, You know, you don't expect to see a Jakiro Nyx Assassin offlane, a Chaos Knight Lich mid, but they realized what the lanes were going to be, at least had a good idea of it. They set up accordingly, and clearly, I mean, all three lanes have proven to be great decisions, because even at the bottom lane, Thompson, like I said, he did die the one time, but overall he's been doing very good. He has nearly 3,000 net worth. He's keeping up there. He has higher net worth than the Drow on the other side, and speaking of Drow again, I don't think he's dying out yet. Maybe he is. Chaos Knight didn't see him coming into the last second. Neither did Garter, and the burn will finish the job. Nequa up here, 4-1-2 on this Jakiro. The Phantasm going to be activated for this from Chaos Knight. He's going to have an armlet finished as well here.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
It's going to fall into the hands of not only Mickey here, but especially the Sand King. 1930 gold save. Oh, a couple of bash procs. Oh, man. Qualifier. Is he going to Chronos? Yep. This is a kill. Get one bash proc. It's absolutely a kill. Doesn't even need it. Oh, the Sandstorm. Yes, he did need a bash proc. Oh, wow. I mean, I can't say never lucky because he literally got back-to-back bash procs previous to that, but he did not get a single one on the 3 or 4 hits he had inside the Chronosphere, so Sand King will barely be able to escape. But that's huge for Tuho because, again, they really need him to get that Blink Dagger and start some kind of momentum for this Dire side right here. As right now, everything just seems to be being controlled by the Radiant side of SFTe-sports. Viper is going to go with the Dragonlance build.
Courier has been killed.
Meanwhile, the Dire Courier getting picked off. Where was that even? Oh, it looks like a Nyx Assassin taking it out. He used Vendetta for that. Excuse me there. Trying to clear that throat. All right, so Lich is leveling up the Ice Armor now. So, as expected, I mean, level 4 sacrifice, sure, for the lane control and constant deny, but Ice Armor, so good value this game. He is just going to spread the love here, even at level 2, dealing, not dealing, but assisting with 5 armor on everyone, as well as the chill effect. And this middle lane, middle tower even. When a Drow lineup is defending towers like this early on in the game, not to beat it in, but that's just another reason where, you know, Team Tuho's not feeling the best right now. Oh, they're looking to go in. By the way, but from behind, Nyx Assassin. There's a sentry this whole time. They saw him kind of poking in, but they could not react in time. The epicenter comes in to respond. That Chain Frost keeps on bouncing, though, between Illusions and Viper. Demon taking some good pressure. He will survive. Chaos Knight, oh, he avoids the Illuminate, actually, and it barely keeps him alive. Chaos Knight now, though, he gets stunned in, and yes, he will get taken out. I gotta say, I see Chaos Knight with a okay, well, I'll talk about that in a second. Qualifier, they pop the Shrine, the Chronosphere happens, though. Now they got the Shrine off at least, but down goes Sand King. And now Insania, he's in trouble as well. Enchantress trying to pick off Lich. Nequa, he's running away from the Drow. Frost Arrow's not going to run away far enough, though, as you'd expect. So he gets taken out in return. But this Faceless Void just continues to beat on people in the middle of the fight. So a couple of decent kills for Tuho. They do take out the Chaos Knight especially, as well as the Jakiro. But overall, SFT winning that fight. They get the tower kill. And I believe they made it it was a 3 for 3, I want to say, in that fight. But that kind of goes back to the point I was making with Illidan here on the Chaos Knight. He went the hand of Midas, and I gotta say, if he has an armlet there, I don't think not only he doesn't die, but that fight potentially goes even much better for the Radiant side. So a pretty greedy decision, especially since they were having a good start as a team and going to be looking to do objectives, but he's at the bottom lane here, and he might be in trouble again. The double damage Viper with that Viper Strike. Rod of Atos from Nequa coming out on Enchantress. There's a Reality Rift. It's not going to matter, though. He actually Reality Rifted Demon right there. That was probably not the better decision, but he actually pulled him out of the Macro Pyre, if anything. But maybe he was trying to make some kind of escape. They do eventually set up the turn kill on Demon, though, as the rotation happens. And Mickey has to walk it off. He's being recalled somewhere. Looks like to the top lane.
Radiant's top tower
Trying to push this top tower now. Drow Ranger Aura. Guessing it's maxed out. Yep, level 4. He has it activated currently.
Radiant
So they
structures
should
are
be able to get this
fortified.
top tower, actually. Going to be their second
Radiant's
tower
top
kill of the
tower
game.
is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Faceless Void going the option of the Vlad's pickup here. Now just simply going power treads. I wonder if he's shaping up to be more of that utility Faceless Void. Like going the Vlad's first, almost lean towards that
Dire's
direction.
bottom tower is under
Never
attack.
mind. He is going to go Diffusal Blade. Yeah, I was thinking maybe something along the lines of moving the axe into the Blink Dagger, etc. But this game, it would feel really awkward, especially since Chaos Knight is your other big damage dealer. And being a melee hero with those Chronospheres, it could be a little difficult to get the most use out of that. So yeah, that probably wouldn't be the best choice. Need him to get some right-click damage as well. So he is. Bottom tower goes down. So if SFTe-sports, if they can keep trading towers, if anything, they're happy with that. But in fact, they're up 4-2 in tower kills right now against a Drow lineup. SFT is really performing well. Yeah, how about this Rod of Atos pickup, though, in Jakiro, by the way? All right, we saw that in the last fight happen, being activated on Enchantress right there and locking her down. But such an early Rod of Atos, having that root effect. And now he has the Villa Discord coming along to help amp his own damage. Wow, Insania actually almost has the axe. So that's decent news for Tuho. Meanwhile, Enchantress just trying to pick up any farm he can. Doing the jungle a little bit. Coddle, he's... Yeah, to be careful. Chronosphere ready for him. Faceless Void definitely could have croned it in right there with the Macropire, but did not get the chance. Got her. Mask of Madness, the Maelstrom coming along.
I'll take your tribute.
He's trying to just amp that attack speed as much as possible. Also going to be Maelstrom on Viper right here. But meanwhile, they're tier 3, going to start taking some pressure. The Radiant side, SFT choosing to do this without a Roshan kill. It's very early on. Demon gets pulled in. He's stunned the creep. Yeah, I was going to say. A misclick there from Illidan, unfortunately. Well, like maybe get a second try. No, Burrow strike in. So they miss out on a chance to get the free kill on the Enchantress. And yeah, it felt a little unnecessary from SFT to be trying to push tier 3 right there. It's still very early on in the game, and they could definitely do a Roshan beforehand. So Armlet now is finished on Chaos Knight. That Veil just about finished on Nikwa here. Playing the Jakiro, Faceless Void, Diffusal Blade. So yeah, they got a couple of key items also coming out. How about this Nyx Assassin, by the way? He's got the Urn. He's working towards a Yule. So all across the board, some decent items coming. Lich is the only one that's not doing so well, but that's Lich for you. He's got maxed out armor. He's doing enough. He did his job in the laning phase, and he's doing his job now. What was I going to say? What did we just see picked up? Oh, there was one item that was picked up that was worth mentioning, I thought. Maybe not. Enchantress? What did she get? Oh, so she's working on drums, it looks like. Oh, it was the axe. Duh. I was like, I know there was an item here that stood out. It just turned nighttime, unfortunately. So, for the next 4 minutes here, Coddle not going to be as effective with the Illuminate, at least.
I'll take that.
The Dire side smoked up right here. And going to transition into a tower push. Those Maelstroms not finished yet on either hero.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
So they are doing this without said item. The Alpha Wolf assisting the damage, though, and looks like this is going to be an easy tier 2 tower kill for them.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
And yeah, if you're Tuho, they might actually keep going because they have the trial lineup and they are behind here a little bit early on. I keep saying behind, and to be fair, the net worth, it's only about 1,000 if anything for SFT, so maybe it's not as ridiculous as I'm thinking here. The Illuminate's going to miss. I guess it hit the Lich, but Sand King stunned it initially. Now he's in an awkward spot. Chronosphere. Nope, he's not going to use it yet. Time dilation. Gets stunned a little bit, and actually the epicenter from the flank right here. Down goes Faceless Void, and they get the kill on a Pelican as well on the Lich that bounces on the Chain Frost. It's going to keep going a little bit. It finishes off Drow, and Aladdin's looking for more perhaps on a Mickey. The root on a Sand King right here. He's taking so much burn damage. He stuns through on both. He got a nice stun up at the end and actually sets up the kill right there. Triple kill for Mickey coming out. So Tuho actually wins the fight down here at the bottom lane. They get a triple kill on their Viper. That flank from Insania was huge. I mean, they knew Sand King was over here, too. He kind of stunned and he walked this direction. I mean, where else is he going to go? Maybe they figured he already blinked out or something at that time. But he had a perfect flank position. And that Burrow Strike Epicenter was huge. And no Chronosphere used by Faceless Void either. He did not have the opportunity to get that off. He does pick up his Diffusal now, but didn't have that in the fight either. And Chaos Knight chose to get a Blink Dagger here for his next item. So, yeah, honestly, right now, I mean, yes, Chaos Knight potentially is doing a lot of damage with the Chaos Strike, of course, especially, but Faceless Void not having the Diffusal going into that fight, getting a Blink, so really Armlet is his only big damage item on Chaos Knight. They aren't doing the most damage yet, so initiating as heavily as they did into that fight was a risky decision. And Team Tuho made it work. Smoke. Nick's invis as well. Drow Ranger. He's like, ah, crap, I see them now. There's that blink, though. That should be a free kill. Yeah, that's where the blink is very useful. Blink in Reality Rift. I mean, really, outside of Viper, I don't think any of these guys are living. But you do have the next tier items finished on a couple of the cores of Drow, even despite that death. Again, he finished that Maelstrom. Viper has his, and actually BKB is coming along. I'm a little surprised, too, that SFT it's taken them this long to do Roshan. Like I said, when they were pushing top lane up here, I feel like they could have just gone for the Roshan instead and tried to commit to that. I mean, they have a pretty damn good Roshan kill on team with the Chaos Knight, the Reality Rift here. And they do have a... wait, do they have a medallion? No, they do not. But still. As you see, they're dropping it pretty quickly. Look at the bottom lane, though. Meanwhile, Tuho is trying to capitalize off of that Roshan kill, but the root on Enchantress, he melts away to the fire. That's why he got that Rod of Atos so early on. Not only the Ice Path, but into the Rod of Atos. And Enchantress cannot move a damn place. Sand King, stunning in. Viper now coming in, and Aniqua is actually in trouble. Does not have a TP just yet. Nice Ice Path. Gonna get some armor assistance. And Chronosphere. He's gonna go for it. Oh, he's like, no. They know Sand King's nearby. Time dilation. He has to Chronosphere here. Yeah, he was gonna die if he doesn't. In comes the Epicenter, though. Tops it up, tries to avoid as much damage as possible. Ice Path on top. Viper is still alive, but not long enough. He does go down in the end. That was well played by Thompson there at the end. Again, dodging the Epicenter damage because he was pretty low himself. So they do end up holding, get the couple of kills. And a big one onto the Viper especially. Lich is the one that gets credit for it, but overall a key kill for them. Yule's Scepter of Divinity is finished on Nyx Assassin now. Gotta say the full name, man. Gotta really make it sound epic. Chaos Knight, 2,400 gold. What does he get next? I mean, he's already gone a fairly interesting build. He put the Midas first into the army, now the Blink. What would make a lot of sense here? Honestly, I feel like an Assault Cuirass would be really good this game. Maybe he's going to save that for the Faceless Void, if anything. And he instead could even just go something like a next item Heart here, but he's going to look for a free kill on Enchantress, and he will make that happen. Silver Edge is something else that I think you get pretty good value out this game if you're SFT. Not only against the Enchantress, but especially against the Viper. To deactivate that corrosive skin with the break. So, I don't know if he's going that. That's maybe more of a Faceless Void on him too. So, right now, though, Faceless Void going to BKB, and maybe that's where Chaos Knight will end up as well. BKB this game. See, it is obviously good against Enchantress, Sand King. Helps a little, but not really against Viper, though, or the Drow. I guess a little bit against Drow with the Frost Arrows here, but not getting gusted either. So yeah, Faceless Void finds it necessary enough. Chaos Knight, wouldn't be surprised if he too goes for that direction. Demon was big 20 years ago. Come on now. Demon has been much more relevant recently than that. He was he did very well with TNC there for a bit. Chaos Knight pulls in the Coddle, the Illuminate. Oh, not the Illuminate. The Phantasm coming out. Chain Frost bouncing. Only bounce the once, though, but they do pick up the Coddle. That's a gem drop as well. Nice turn kill on the Lich, however. Mickey with that BKB active. Nyx Assassin got a little bit too committed. He falls as well. Everyone's going for the gem, and now he runs in with time dilation as tops in. It's not an easy target to beat down, though, on Demon on the Enchantress, though. Chaos Knight in the back line is going to be stunned up. The auto attacks from Viper, more than enough damage. Got simply a little bit too committed. They're not focusing the Viper. Viper's just been allowed to sit here doing damage. I mean, Jakiro was doing a fair amount to him, and actually is low enough right here to maybe take out. Out comes the Epicenter, though. At the last second, they kill the Faceless Void. That's going to be an Aegis use. Jakiro goes down. They do finish off Viper in the long run, but ultimately, Tuho looking pretty good so far. Can Thompson get in here? He is sized up for the Gust. At half-life, no, the stun happens, and down goes Thompson. Team Tuho wins the fight, a 5-for-2 exchange. I gotta say, though, that coordination of SFTe-sports, they're getting not only massively slowed because of the lineup, but they were completely ignoring the Viper. And that Chronosphere, once again, coming out fairly late. They didn't really have the Macropyre synergy on top of it. And Chaos Knight, sure, he got the quick kill on a Kato, but it seemed like he was trying to chase somebody in the back lines for a while right there. So, some bit of tunnel vision from SFTe-sports, honestly, and that's a huge victory of a fight for Team Tuho, especially fighting into an Aegis. And now Tuho is able to regroup, get bigger and better items on the Drow. Looks like Shadow Blade is going to be here next. Enchantress is ideally going to start becoming much more relevant. Going to have to use the drums right here. It's a nice blinding light. Chaos now is trying to commit for that kill. Does get the stun off. He's heavily slowed, though. Continues to be the theme of this game. Mana Link applied to him. That's not going to matter too much, though. And another blinding light pushes him on the ledge, actually. And now Illidan could be in some trouble. The three-man barrel strike. There's a Macropyre down. That Koikfa has to be careful about. The Chain Frost does go out. It's going to be some decent bounces right here. BKB, though, Viper. Illidan just melting away on the cliff. He can't do a damn thing. He has Reality Rift. He's armlet toggling. And he will survive for now. He has a blink as well. He gets pushed back in, though. He didn't blink. He had a blink. Oh, my gosh. What was he doing? I don't know if he was looking to go back in and make a big play or what, but he definitely had a window right there for the blink tagger. And Coddle, though. That's Insania. I mentioned Insania was the Sand King. Koikfa's playing the Sand King. I'm just so used to seeing him play it. But anyways, Insania there on the Coddle. Hell of a job with the blinding lights. And completely took Chaos Knight out of the fights there.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Gotcha.
So I can definitely see why Chaos Knight felt it was necessary to get the Blink Dagger this game. The kite of this dire side is very annoying. You have the Enchantress slow, you have, Caustic Finale, you have the Drow Frozen Arrows as well as the Gust for that matter, Blinding Light pushback, Viper slow. Like, this is a massively kite-heavy team on this dire side, and you want to get items to be able to stick on people. Maybe that's where BKB would make more sense over the heart as... Oh, boy. Illidan's having a rough time these last couple of minutes. I honestly can't believe this is looking half decent for Team Tuho. Because the way this game started, it was all SFTe-sports, really. And for a draw lineup especially, you'd figure that Tuho is going to start falling more and more behind and just going to recover. But I do go back to that decision to push the Tier 3, try to attempt at least a little bit. It seems like they ultimately kind of wasted a bit of time up there. And then the bottom fight is, of course, what really started to do it.
Radiant's top tower is
A lot of
under
back and
attack.
forth at the base, and then down here is when really things the tide turned. Perhaps our target choosing this time. They want to drop the Viper off the bat, and oh my god, they are. You can tell they're pissed. You can tell they really do not like that Viper. And this time they just blow him up. They commit pretty much everything. A Chronosphere, the Phantasm. And hey, it works. So now Viper's dead for 60 seconds. However, they do not have Chronosphere now, and Phantasm Illusions are still up, but that Illuminate is
Dire's middle
killing them
tower
off
is
quickly.
under attack.
There is a buyback ready to go for Mickey here. Oh, he jumps in. Chaos Knight. That's a Shrine use, though. And Enchantress, not the easiest target to kill, but untouchable. They do catch him eventually, though. Force Death's not going to save him. Got pushed in the Ice Path, and he goes down, pulling on Koikpa, but you can't get tunnel vision here. They're going for heroes rather than objectives, and it's backfiring a little bit. Nick Sasса goes down. The Mana Leak stun on Chaos Knight. Mickey, he's just holding off the buyback. You know, why would he? So it almost seemed like SFT was maybe trying to force that, but he holds it off, and they lose Enchantress, but they get Nyx, and they save Tier 3.
I'll take your tribute.
I am apparently famous for eating burgers and saying, but at what cost?
The dead.
Jesus. I do like bacon. Who the fuck doesn't, though? Middle lane, Koikpa. He's trying to keep Illidan in place. Sorry, guys, I apologize. Usually in these morning casts, I have trouble. Gotta get that throat cleaned out. Got my coffee going on, especially doing the solo cast. a little more brutal in the voice here. All right, Smoke, though, it's going to be Pop Chronosphere. Yeah, that's a 3-man Chronosphere. He did not catch Viper, though. So in comes a Chain Frost, however. They get a couple of kills. Sand King enter out. Big ones at that. Enchantress keeps on running. Can Mickey deal enough return damage by himself? Probably not. He's in trouble now, and he will fall too. SFTe-sports, that's the Chronosphere that they've been looking for this game. A triple kill for Nikwa. Tops in. Big plays indeed. I thought by missing the Viper, that could have backfired, but no, it did not. I mean, that set up a beautiful chain. See, that's the wombo combo that they have. I mean, the Chain Frost with the Macro Power put down. Everyone in that Chronosphere just died nearly either when it was still activated or just after it finished right there. Next assassin, he's done. He's like, all right, guys, you got this. I'm going to leave the game now. No, jokes. Haha. He'll be back. This is game one, guys, of this best of 3. Again, this is just beginning a day here of the SkinCoin WCA. BreakyCPK going to be your cast here not only throughout today, but through this whole event even. This SkinCoin event, it's a as far as the European qualifiers go, at least. Again, this has been an event that's been going on for a while already. It has qualifiers running in all the regions. In fact, Southeast Asia, they've actually already finished their qualifiers for the LAN portion of the event. It is not a minor or major, so just to be clear on that, it is just its own third-party tournament. The prize pool hasn't been announced yet either for the actual main event LAN finals. But again, with these steps along the line, there is actually a prize pool for each of the initial qualifiers. And for the European region qualifiers, which includes Europe and CIS, it's going to be just over a $50,000 prize pool. And then the top 2 teams advance on to what would be the LAN. So right now, this matchup here, SFTe versus Tuho, they're playing to see who moves on to that quote-unquote main event portion of the European region. And then they're going to duke it out with 7 other teams, 8 teams in total of what is Vega Squadron Empire, Midderfeed, Hellraisers, Kingwin, as well as Effect and Mouse Sports even. So those are the 7 other teams. The winner of this moves on, and then they play in a round-robin group stage to then advance on to a quote-unquote playoff, and then the top 2 move on to the LAN, as I mentioned, as well as compete for that $50,000+ prize pool. So the SkinCoin WCA. All right, Roshan's dead, though. I'm guessing they gave it to Faceless, yeah. She's picked up on the Chaos Knight. Big push chance here for SFT. Now they're doing objectives this time around. Viper up in a couple seconds. Blinding Light pushback. Hart is finished on Chaos Knight, 4280 life, so he is a tank.
Attack.
Jesus Christ. All right.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
With that 10 strength talent, went to 12 total stats, so yeah, he is just massively bulked up here. Just has the armlet fully toggled, no reason to take it off, of course, now with that Heart. This Jakiro's also really farm. The 8th lens follow up, and wait, is he going Axe actually? He might be going Axe. Yeah, the Macropire, especially with the Chronosphere synergy. Why not enhance it even more? And there you go, it is finished. Axe delivered to the Jakiro. So his Macropire just got that much better. God, it also makes it last 30 seconds, that's right, and increases the range, or the length of it. Damn. Mjolnir on Viper. Trying to pick up that here. Drow Ranger. BKB queued up. Like I said earlier, the idea of a Silver Edge could have been pretty good here on the Radiant side, especially to try to take out the help tick of the Viper, as well as the Enchantress, but neither of the cores valuing it here, and again, that's just fine too, and how it's been working out. Whoa, 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 this is Viper. Okay, yeah, maybe they don't need it. They're dropping him actually pretty quickly. Gets forced out of the way. Chronosphere catches one, and Sand King buyback immediately on Mickey as he was eventually finished off right there. This is a last chance hold though for Tuho. Down goes Demon on the Enchantress, and this Rax is going to start melting away now. You see the Macfire, speaking of melting, in the midst of a fight right here. Keeper of the Light, he's going to be caught by the Ice Path, and he explodes right there as well. Mickey, he's got the BKB. He's doing what he can with the right clicks. Coddle does buy back. Objective-based gaming is not happening from SFTe-sports, though. They're going for hero kills constantly. The melee Rax is still alive, and Mickey, he's putting in the attacks from a range. He's going to be lifted up with the Yulls. The melee Rax should eventually fall right here. There we go, but a big 3-man stun from Quick from the backlines. Out comes the Illuminate as well. The stun up on a Viper, though, from the Nyx Assassin. Now, the spiked Carapace, I believe, keeps him at bay, as Koikva still running in aggressively. So Lich is dead so far, and now it's a retreat mode for SFTe-sports. Chaos Knight. That's Jakiro, excuse me. What am I saying? Chaos Knight's, he's already retreated. Jakiro gets picked off as well, and that ends up being 3 kills for Team Tuho as far as responding. Now, they eventually finally got the melee Rax, man, but it took forever for SFT to do it, and now a window perhaps for Tuho to try to push back here and get more objectives themselves, at least get Tier 2 tower. So Tuho at least stays alive for now. But this net worth lead, it is starting to look more and more better for SFTe-sports. You got 13,000 net worth lead, nearly 15,000 experience.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And Viper, of course, working off of the buyback here. In fact, there was multiple buybacks. Yeah, Viper, Coddle, Sand King, all using a buyback that last fight. Everyone has a buyback on the Radiant team, including those that are dead. They are possibly going to get Tier 3, though. Lich Armor's up. Chronosphere. Oh, we only got his Drow, though. Good job spreading from the dire side. In comes the Chain Frost. BKB popped by Mickey. Puts the auto attacks into the Lich. Thompson, though, able to beat down Drow, though. And not allowing him to do much more in that fight. So Thompson time walks backwards. Demon, that's a little too far, buddy. Oh, boy. He gets purged up, and now Demon's dead as well. Yeah, that was a curious decision. The team was falling back, and he's like, I got this, guys. Thought maybe with the impetus attack he could have finished off the Faceless Void right there, but wasn't to be, so gives up another kill. And now Koikva's trying to escape. He has a Lotus Orb. He blinks away and should survive now. Oh, he just leaves the bounty, actually. It's not worth picking up. Thought he might have been still chasing here. All right, so did some damage to the Tier 3 at least, and that's the power of Tuho's lineup. That's their opening. If they happen to hold at their base, get a couple of pickoffs, they can quickly counter push with the Drow lineup here. And Coddle's doing a hell of a job of just counter pushing as he does. Mana Leak applied, and Chaos Knight is just actually going to take the stun. He's like, I don't need mana. 5,100 gold, by the way, on Chaos Knight. Does he still need that BKB, perhaps? Maybe he just goes for more upfront burst. I wouldn't be surprised if it's like an MKB. Okay, no. He is going to go the BKB here.
Dyer's
As they
bottom
take out the shrine.
has fallen.
Does he have a buyback currently? 50 gold, so he will. Viper almost has the Mjolnir, which actually feels like it's going to be pretty good this game, especially with the Phantasm illusion creation. Yeah, Drow seems like he's had difficulty, though, staying alive in these fights. Shadow Blade's not been enough, and I mean, to be fair with the Chronospheres, there's not really an item you can get to make sure you stay alive in the fights other than just bulking yourself up, I guess. But BKB is going to try to finish that before our next fight wins, or our next fight happens. Who's this? That would be Demon.
That's unjust.
Death number 15. Jeez. Not been a friendly game for the Enchantress here. Qualifier, he's setting up with the epicenter ready to go. The Alpha Wolf was next to him. Alpha Wolf's gonna come back now, and they're kind of sending it in. I don't. Alpha Wolf, don't die. Okay. See ya.
Dyer's top shrine has fallen.
It might have been running out on stir ration, to be fair. I didn't check on that, so that's very possible. He might just be a scouting tool.
Dyer's top tower is under attack.
Top lane now, they're going in. Going to catch Insania here. He got the blinding light up initially, and it's going to help keep him alive. Oh, there's another Chronosphere on Enchantress and Viper. That Chain Frost is back and forth. Viper, they need to keep him alive. Thompson trying not to allow him to live, though. It's not going to be enough damage, however. And now Illidan's in some trouble. Mickey's able to get off plenty of right clicks. BKB does wear off, though. He gets caught by another Ice Path right here. And Drow Ranger down the front lines. She's going to end up going down. The Reality Rift pull-up with the blinding light perfectly timed as he got Reality Rifted. There's a Pearl Strike Stun as well. The Shrine gets 4 staffed over to it. But in goes Chaos Knight once again. He still wants this kill. And damn it, he'll get the kill. Double kill for Illidan. And that could all but do it. It is just Qualifier live. No buybacks. GGs are called. And game number 1 will go to SFTe-sports here in this best of 3. So Tuho definitely gave it more of a fight than it looked like they were going to be able to with the way that early game went. But eventually SFTe-sports, they do break through. And although they weren't destroying buildings the quickest, they were killing heroes pretty quickly. And Thompson managed to land some very solid Chronospheres throughout that game as well. So SFT taking the first game here, about a 42-minute victory. Take a look at the stats. Yeah, just that again. It's not to continue to harp on it, but just as kind of a post-game wrap-up here. It's not to say Enchantress was the reason for the loss by any means, but when you final pick a hero like that, especially as confident as they did, it has to have a better impact than this to give yourself even remotely a shot in the game. So an unfortunate game from him, and again, Mickey did what he could on the Viper to make up for that, if anything, but only could do so much. Just overall, the laning phase outside of the Cuddle, Sand King just didn't seem to go too well. And also them locking down Garden. And that's where you got to give credit once again to SFTe-sports, really. The laning phase was fantastic by them. They laned it not only appropriately, but played it very well. Such as the Jakiro Nyx at the top lane especially. I mean, they were locking down Garter constantly and got several kills on him and preventing a free getaway farm by any means. So the final pick of Jakiro proved to be a very, very powerful one, and there's a reason we're seeing this hero more and more, both in support but even core roles as we had here. All right, guys, the SkinCoin WCA, though, we're going to take a short break. Game number 2 going to be set up here. Once again, if you type !SkinCoin in chat, you can find the giveaway information that's going on, as well as if you go to skincoin.org, you can check out the latest cryptocurrency in the esports world. Skincoin.org, cryptocurrency that allows you to trade 4 skins in both Dota 2 as well as CSGO. So check it out, guys, skincoin.org. We'll be back. I'm BreakyCPK. Stay tuned. Game number 2 coming up next.